Xfinity at Iowa. Still have the 23 of UK Wildcats. He's still in the lead. He's catching up to the 8 of Paul Bear. Looks like to put him one lap down. Is it showing on your guys' screen that I am live?
Yeah, you're
Indeed
live,
it is.
but the
Okay,
thing
cool.
is it's still showing me live too.
Yeah,
Let me back up. Let me just shut my whole system off.
yeah.
And I'll be right back.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry about that again to anybody that's just had to see that or deal with that. UK Wildcats in this 23 car. He is out in the lead. Now, luckily to anybody that subscribed, it should have just popped up on their phone that we're now broadcasting over here. So, yeah, sorry about that, guys. Graham lost connection. It wouldn't let him connect back up, so I just went ahead and started the broadcast over here on my end. So, technical difficulties. It's part of the YouTube video game nation. But we are back live here. We got the 23 UK Wildcats, second place now. The 61 G9 Gamer running for the Get Her Done racing team. I'm trying to see who's in third. The 22 of Doc Fu and the RJ Motorsports Ford Mustang. So all three different manufacturers are in the top three. All three are different team. And here comes the Chevy Camaro DSR as well as a Cola 07. So the top five are all from a different team. So that's what we like to see, a little bit of variety.
Yeah, it's definitely been a really good and interesting race so far. I mean, like you said before, it does show for good content, but you also said, you know, maybe in so many words, just clean it up a little bit, be a little bit patient, and, you know, you've got to have that driver's respect, because if you want to go to the Cup next season, you're going to need that driver's respect and start giving people room.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, the other thing that I'd say is, I said, the fast cars are going to make their way to the front. The 20 Angel, he qualified outside pole. The 10 of Pottles, she qualified on the pole. Keystone, he qualified up front. Remember, just before Graham lost connection, Pottles was fighting hard for the back of the pack. She just got around Angel. Here comes Keystone. These guys were all battling hard towards the back of the pack, and here they are battling Jay Doucette now for 6th place. There's 18 drivers on the track, so it just goes to show, you know, they've spread out. They've had a lot of green flag laps now, and the cream of the crop is making its way to the front, you know, and that's nothing against the other drivers. Just, you know, the setups that these guys have is faster than theirs right now, and you just got to be patient. There's absolutely zero reasons to make it 3 and 4 wide. When you can just simply follow the leader, let it spread out, and then go from there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually watching it on my phone. I'm actually watching the broadcast, and like I said, you know, you've got the Pottles. She's still running that same consistent line. It seems like she's pulling out some good times there. And UK, a solid driver as always. Flicking through here, we've got the Keystone Cowboy. He's always a force to be reckoned with. You've always got to watch out for Keystone, because if you make one mistake, he's just going to bite you, and he's going to take that spot without a doubt. Sunny Outlaw is now back in the booth, and hopefully he can get back to the broadcast. I've not joined, so
I'm gonna
jump in.
I'm gonna keep the broadcast. So we already got it up and going, so I'm not gonna close this out to get another one going. Unless I gotta leave, we might do a different broadcast for the interviews later. But as of right now, I'm gonna keep this one going. Dark Knight up here. I had talked about who was going to be able to run the high side and be able to handle the car. As we're seeing people start getting loose from drifting up in the corners, or from trying to pinch it as their tires are running out, you'll see people start moving up and trying to avoid that seam, but still moving up to not be so loose on exit. And it looks like the 4 car is the first taker of that. Is definitely in 1 and 2. It looks like he's running the high side here. Scroll through. Here's Doc Fu running P3 as they're getting by that 35 of Canfield. We've seen him go nose deep into the outside retaining wall earlier, and it's looking like his struggles are continuing as he's now gone 1 lap down.
He's also a good driver, though. I mean, Doc Fu, he come out of absolutely nowhere, and you know, he can hold his own. You can see he got into a little bit of trouble earlier. Maybe that's set him off rhythm for the rest of this race, but hopefully not. But if we get another caution, maybe he's going to get back on the lead lap and maybe get a top 5.
Yeah, Doc Fu definitely. I mean, he's sitting here in a solid top 3 position. I was talking about Canfield with the issues, but yeah, Doc Fu, he's doing a great job. Looks like G9 might have gotten into the wall there a little on exit. Doesn't hurt him. He's able to hold the middle. I'm really liking what I'm seeing here between the top 3. I talked about grooves and who could run what would be huge on who could win the race. I'm seeing the race leader, UK Wildcats. He's running it up at the top side. Looks like in 3 and 4, G9 chose the middle groove and Doc Fu runs the bottom. A little different in 1 and 2. G9 ran the bottom, Doc Fu in the middle groove. But watch there. You see these guys entering and not one of these 3 cars is in the same groove. That goes to show there's plenty of room to be racing side by side, clean. I'm really liking seeing this, and it's really cool to see them not only battle and be running different grooves, but all be competitive and up here top 3 together. Ooh, G9 on the apron, doesn't look like it affects him. Doc Fu into the wall. Oh man, G9 looks like maybe he's pitting this time by.
Could be.
Gonna scroll through, continue scrolling through. Here's El Blanco in the 07 fighting hard with that 4 of Dark Knight. If you remember, Dark Knight was in 4th. El Blanco was a couple seconds back in 5th, so El Blanco has definitely caught him, and I think that happened when Dark Knight probably went to the outside to correct that looseness problem. So the bottom groove is faster if your car will handle there the whole run, so that's definitely where you want to be. 07 El Blanco, he's proving that. 4 of Dark Knight trying to keep him behind him right now, though.
And here we go. You know, this is the hardest bit of racing. You know, you've got to try and catch those guys up front, but when somebody comes behind you, you've also got to try and conserve the stuff because you might need it later on in the run.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, so G9 ran out of fuel. He was not just trying to pit. I mean, he was headed to the pits, but simply because he had no fuel to continue on the track. So that was definitely what happened, unfortunately for him. Looks like he ran out on the backstretch. Well, there was some cautions. So remember, some people may have chose not to take cautions or fuel during those cautions, may have just taken 4 tires, maybe, you know, something like that. And so the fuel strategy for all these drivers, everybody's on a different strategy now. It's all out of whack.
I'll tell you one thing we haven't done yet, and that is who's your... let's pick 3 drivers each. So, Sanity, if you want to go first, who's your top 3?
I'm going to say Wildcats, Bottles, and G9.
Tatty?
I believe there's 3 NOCO drivers in the field, and so that's never a bad call. No, I'm just kidding. So I know Keystone had some fast laps in there. G9's proven to be really strong up there, but I think unfortunately with his this pit strategy, I think that's going to hurt him in the long run. So I'm going to go with Keystone, possibly our in-race reporter Archangel, and I'm going to go with Doc Fu in that 22. I think that he's showing me a lot of patience, and his car's not falling off as bad as others.
Yeah, Doc Fu is actually going to be one of my picks. I'm also going to pick the 4 of Dark Knight as well. You know, because he knows he's got a fast car. He's going to use that to his advantage, and hopefully he doesn't show too much aggression in this race and lose too much tyre wear. And I'm also going to go with Sports Legend. That's a name we don't say very often.
But he is on the top 10 in the daily and weekly leaderboards for this track.
There was an incident down the front stretch. It looked like Keystone and I don't know who else.
Keystone's been in a little battle back there with like 6-7 cars. Fortunately, whatever happened there, they're spread out, but a low man right behind him in that 98 seems to have a lot of front damage on that right front corner panel of his car.
It might have been a battle between them two then, because there's another white car that I know of. I couldn't see it.
Yeah, the 98 is a white and blue car, blue front end, white rear end. Angel, I don't believe you've pit yet. If you can get a copy on this, how close are we looking at for pit stops? Alright, so Angel's getting ready to pit. Expect to see all the rest of the leaders. Here comes Wildcats as we speak. Doc Fu follows him. Dark Knight as well. The top 3 drivers are all on pit lane. I believe that's going to give us the lead to the 07 of El Blanco. So I'm going to ride along with him for a few minutes. I would imagine when this all cycles through, it looked like all three of those guys got on pit lane pretty well. The driver that I think will take the lead when this is over will be the 61 of G9 Gamer, simply because he was out there with the 4 fresh tires sooner than everybody else, making up a lot of time, 3-4 tenths a lap. So I definitely think he's going to end up with the lead, but I think that the other drivers, Wildcats, Doc Fu, I believe they'll be catching him very fast, as they'll now be the drivers on the 4 fresh tires. Here comes El Blanco now as we speak. He's coming to pit lane in that 07 Chevy Camaro for Team Cola.
I'll tell you one thing, I definitely miss driving that car. It's weird for me seeing somebody else in that 07, but El Blanco, he's had a pretty good season in it, and I believe he's done it a lot of justice. And I'll tell you one thing, he's definitely done better than me this season than what I did last season.
Yeah, the other thing with that 07, putting out there in the YouTube Nation watching this, he's the other driver for Team Cola. He's the split driver. You guys might see these same cars. You might see the 23 on Saturday. That is not UK Wildcats running that on Saturday, as that's our preset series. A little bit different than this here. This is a little bit faster. The times are going to be faster. I'm not going to say easier or harder to control, but because they're custom, you're putting them on the edge, so they tend to be a lot harder to control. Depending on how you make your setup, but either which way, still the Xfinity, both custom and preset. Puddin and Wildcats, they're both doing those. Not Puddin and Wildcats, Puddin and Blanco, they're both doing a great job this season in that 07 car for Cola on both of their rookie season here in Giggity Racing League.
Yeah, I definitely think that Puddin's definitely going to be one to watch next season. I know we're going to have maybe a mini season before Heat 5 comes out. I'm not too sure what we're doing yet.
All we're going to do in between, unfortunately, guys, I'm actually glad you bring this up to anybody that's watching, that we will be shutting down Giggity. You will not see a single race from Giggity after the Sunday Preset Cup Championship. They have 3 races remaining. But when that season ends, there will be no more broadcasts. There will be nothing unless we get on and do a little bit of table talk type stuff, But Giggity Racing League will be shutting down. We will be doing fun races in that time for the captains to get to see the drivers, see who's deserving for a ride. But the next time that you see us on air will be during the Heat 5 season opener Daytona 500. Well, the Daytona race for our truck series.
Oh, that's going to be awesome. Having these fun races and helping each other out. It's going to be good, because we'll be able to get new teams, and that will help with the driver bonding as well for next season and build up the morale and what have you. And also gives me a lot of time to work on the artwork for next season.
Yeah, we talked about, and we've said it a whole bunch. We've never done this with Giggity. We've never shut down for this long of a time frame. NASCAR Heat 5 does come out July 10th. For the 9 in the 35 make contact, 35 into the wall. He is wrecking. Will that bring out a caution? I don't believe so, as it's a 1-car incident. Looks like they're staying green at this point in time. Doc Fu chasing the 4-car. Is that for the lead? G9, can you let me know? Is the 23 Wildcats is the leader? Okay. El Blanco involved in an accident with the 15. He was running in 4th place, lapped traffic of more. He is no longer there. He's back with Keystone, who's had some issues this race. Back to what we were saying, we've never shut down for 2 months like this before. Never, ever. I got the 35 on pit road. I don't know if he's fixing damage or if he's lagged out. I'll stay tuned with that, Robbie, and then you can join. But we talk that we're revamping Giggity Racing League. We are going to give you the best possible racing experience on console from Giggity Racing League next season, Season 5, Heat 5. Stay tuned. And the only way that we can completely revamp this league and give you all that is to simply shut down and make sure that when we return, it's the absolute best experience that we can offer you. So apologies for the length of time, but I swear the worth is going to be worth the wait. I got the number 35 is indeed out of the race. So, Serenity, if you wanted to join one of those invites now.
Already on it.
Creed out there. My bear, I'm going to say he quit. He was involved in an accident. I did see him drive the car to pit lane, but then it looks like he backed out at that point in time.
Just loading in now.
To anybody out there in the YouTube nation wants to see a car, wants to see a certain driver, let me know. You know, they're all spread out right now. I'm trying to give everybody a couple seconds. That's why I keep rotating. I'm not watching one person predominantly, except for the leader, of course. If you want to see a driver and want to maybe do a lap around with them, I can give you the hood view, rear view, whatever you guys want. Just let me know. We're here for you guys. This is all for you. '51 of little D. Smith looked like he was going a lap down to our leader. Trying to find the leader now. Yeah, D. Smith has gone a lap down. Looks like he's got a lot of damage, but all of his damage looks like it's come from crushing that wall on the exit of corners, as it's that whole right side of the car. So definitely think that's wall contact. As him and Paw Bear make a little bit of contact, both of them keep going. No harm, no foul.
Yeah, I just switched over to Paw Bear. I wanted to see how he was doing. This guy, he came from developmental series. I believe he might have skipped trucks and jumped straight into Xfinity, and I'll tell you what, he seems like he's holding his line and holding his own pretty well here at Iowa.
Paw Bear, man, I'll tell you what, him and Ma Bear, they do a lot for this league in total. We talk about it all the time. I'm not going to get too much into that, but I will tell you, as an underdog driver, has he had his issues? Has there been problems with him and other drivers on the track? Of course there has been. There's been issues with everybody in the league at one time or another. So the guy come in, we give him a spot simply on the idea of what he's done for this league, you know, and I couldn't be any more happy. He still struggles here and there on the certain line, you know, and seeing where the other cars are when they're around. But all in all, he has improved leaps and bounds since, I believe, week 8, week 7 when he joined the team. He even sat out a race because he wasn't quite ready, you know, and he's out here running great laps. Look, you can see him in front of D. Smith now. And yes, Coco Mike, this is for you. That's why I'm riding along with this 51 car. We'll give you about a lap on this view all the way around. So there's your D. Smith boy. Oh, sure. Can't even get a whole lap. He wants to come down pit lane.
I'll say though right now, and I'm actually kind of happy. I don't want to jinx him either because he's been doing so well. But this season where D. Smith is in points, it's not his fault really. I mean, he competes in almost every race we race here. It's just for some odd reason the internet gods don't want him to finish a race.
Who was that you were talking about, D. Smith?
Yeah, it ain't his fault that he's so far in points.
Honestly, the fact that he's still racing right now has a lot of people probably in awe. So the fact that we were able to ride around with him, Coco Money Mike, you should be very happy.
You know, right? Be privileged there, Mike. Be privileged.
Hey, G9, can I get Angel, I would ask you, but for some reason I'm having a hard time hearing your mic when you talk. But where are we sitting on lap count? Yeah, just let me know when you cross line. 73 laps remaining.
73 laps, and then 52 to go.
Oh, sorry, they're on lap 73, so 52 laps remaining. Wow. Well over halfway here. Cruising. UK Wildcats still looking just as strong as if it was lap 1. Who are Doc Fu in second?
Yeah.
Dark Knight. Is Dark Knight in second?
Yeah, Dark Knight, Doc Fu. Yeah.
Dark Knight, Doc Fu. Pottles has moved her way back to 4th. G9 Gamer is in 5th. Keystone sitting 6th. Again, I talked about this, you know. Keystone was in the accident. Pottles was pushed way back. G9 had that pitting issue, but they're still 4th, 5th, and 6th. You know, again, cream of the crop will always rise. It doesn't matter what happens throughout the race. You know, sometimes, you know, you might get wrecked, get pushed back, but when the track is able to stay green like this, those drivers with the fast cars will always make their way to the front. It's not just opinion. I mean, it's facts.
I'll tell you right now, though, looking at the points right now, if UK can lock this one up tonight, he's going to have a good cushion over at Albaco.
Yeah, who's not running in the top 6, so he's looking at not only just the 15 extra points for the win, but what are we looking at? About a 45 point gap right now?
What was that much? 36. Give or take, 35, 36.
As
Coco.
we're looking here, yeah, I was gonna say
sorry.
that
Coco, if you stay tuned right now, you were looking for your NOCO drivers. You were on board with the 23 of UK Wildcats, and right in front of him is your homie D. Smith, that gray 51. So you got 2 of your NOCO drivers right there running together. Pottles is not in this picture. Sorry, couldn't get them all 3. I asked them to run together just for you, but they said no. Anyways, yeah, great run. Look at all this traffic, though, in front of UK Wildcats. And don't look now, but right in front of D. Smith is second place in points. El Blanco about to go a lap down to UK Wildcats. If that's not championship implications, I don't know what is. UK definitely putting on a strong performance. And with the 2 tracks remaining, draft teamwork help at Talladega, you would expect to see, the Coca-Cola boys working together. But ISM, we're looking at Cola's going to have, or not Cola, we're looking at Blanco's going to have to go into ISM and have just as dominant of a performance as Wildcats is having here.
Having a strong battle between each other coming to ISM, so that ought to be interesting. We see like Blanco could actually pull that Talladega win out.
Yeah, I don't know what's going with Blanco. Is looking like he's on the bottom. He's on the preferred lane. He's falling back. I'm not so sure that his car's not getting really loose or possibly have damage. As here comes in-race reporter Angel. What position are you in on the track?
Oh,
seventh place. 7th place is that 20 car about to go a lap down. So that just puts in perspective how fast that 23 car is clicking off lap times right now. Oh yeah, Coco. Sorry, they renamed it to Phoenix Raceway, but this game. Oh no, I think it even says Phoenix on this game. So yeah, open mouth, insert foot. There was an update for that, so my bad. Let's just say the track in Arizona. How's that? Don't you got a boat to get on or something? G9 Gamer still running in the top 5. I'm sure this pleases Deborah. I don't know if anybody out there watches. Oh, he must have pitted. He's back in 12th. Deborah is fuming mad right now, but don't worry, it should work out fine. To anybody out there watching this that remembers any of that, that's more of an inside joke than anything. That was last
season, wasn't it?
That was last season, yes. We're not going to go into any more details than that other than just say she is a cheering section.
Right now, look here, there's a good battle between Keystone and Doucette right now. A really good side-by-side battle right now.
Who?
Keystone and Doucette. Oh, they got a little bumper. Oh, they're still side-by-side.
Thanks a lot, man. You mentioned their name. I tune over to them just as the 9 gets into the rear end of the 42.
But they're still...
Yeah, they're still battling hard. Doucette definitely running well on that outside. Keystone gets the position on the bottom. Here comes Doucette with a crossover at the front stretch. I have no idea who had the position at the start-finish line. Doucette now has the lane of choice on the bottom. Keystone running the top. Is he going to avoid that seam, or is he going to get real loose? And right behind them is the leader of UK Wildcats. So that's 5th and 6th place right there, I believe, or 4th and 5th. I don't know. G9 pitted. So. The leader just wrecked. The leader has spun out going on to pit lane. Sorry, I'm trying to get onto him as quick as I can.
He's got damage too.
Damage to the left front hood section of that 23 car just now getting on the pit lane. So after all of that, you can see in front of him the 22 and the 4 are in front of him. I did not see what happened. Did he just spin on his own trying to... Yeah, so...
Yeah.
Getting onto pit lane here is huge. Once you come off the track onto the apron, it tends to kick your car around if you're going too fast or if you're at too high of an RPM. So, unfortunately for UK Wildcats, but I'm telling you that 07 car is probably screaming for joy right now.
I'm screaming for joy, shit.
I'm not going to tell you the words that G9 just used, but he is also a very happy man right now. Money Mike asking if he's going to call Dega. What do you want to call Dega? Oh, no, I don't know if I ever want to see Puddin' and Money Mike in the booth together. That's scary. Fixing the damage has also put Pottles in front of UK Wildcats, so when this green flag pit stop cycles through, should put Doc Fu or Dark Knight. I'm trying to find. G9's behind Doc Fu. Dark Knight. The 42 of Joey Doucette is the leader right now, but I believe it's going to cycle through Doc Fu, then G9 Gamer, followed by Dark Knight, and then Pottles, which puts UK Wildcats in 5th. And as we see Doc Fu on the screen, you've just seen the whole front stretch all at one time, and you did not see that blue and white 23 on the screen at all. Serenity and Sanity Outlaw at this point in stage in the race with what just happened to UK Wildcats. Who are you looking at as your one top performer at this point in time?
I'm still going with UK. Get smart. He'll figure out a way to strategize himself back into the contention for this. Even though I
believe Pottles is going to come out of nowhere, and I think she's got a high possibility of taking the race from here tonight.
Before Joey Doucette is on pit lane now in that 42 Toyota. Before I answer this question, G9, how many laps are you looking at remaining?
Oh, good save.
What did you say? 35, so I believe everyone's going to have to still pit one more time at least. So I just got word that the 42 may make it on fuel, so that's a game changer. 20 apparently will make it from here on out, but he is a lap down, as I would imagine the 42 is, so this could be turned into a fuel strategy race instead of who is the fastest car.
See, if I was UK, I'd have started saving a little bit, even though I'm far behind. Save. Just save enough that I can actually get a little bit more of a head of a pit stop than the other guys, and then capitalize on pit road. That's just me.
Ooh, as we see the 15 and more. Yeah, 51 getting together there, and he's also got Pottles and UK just right behind him. Been watching the 15 for a little while. He's looking a little bit loose.
Oh!
Well, you've seen it there live. I got switched over just in time as he gets loose, comes down into the 10. The last thing the 42, the 20, and any other driver that can make it on fuel wants to see is a caution coming out at this point in time. They are trapped a lap down currently, so if a caution comes out, one driver will get the lucky dog. I believe that would be the 20 at this point. All the other drivers...
And the caution is out. Wow, it's a whole different ball game now.
So I'm going to go with commentator's curse. Just brought that one out. You guys are welcome. How many laps to go, G9? 29 laps remain at this point in time. However, that's going to drop it down to about 26, maybe 25 laps to go after this. All I can imagine is everybody is going to go in and get the 4 fresh feel goods. We're going to rack them and stack them pudding style, and we are going to have a shootout. With that all said, I do not expect that to be the final caution of this race.
By the way, you guys just said there was only 2 cars on the lead lap, right?
There is 9. No,
9. 10. Okay.
there you go.
Alright, so we got 12 on the lead lap now, since the wave rounds after that, so...
22 moves Dark Knight. Dark Knight comes back down. G9 to the inside. Pottles to the outside. 4 wide entering 1. Exiting single file for the lead. The 61 of G9 Gamer is the leader. Dark Knight looking to the inside. Here comes Pottles and UK Wildcats side by side. Doc Fu on the inside. 3 wide exiting 4. Wildcats, Dark Knight, and Pottles. Wildcats back to position number 2. He is not completely clear. Dark Knight dives it down into the bottom, moves the 23 car, still can't hold his line, moving the 10, drifting up to the wall. Here comes Doc Fu, 3 wide for 3rd.
Wow. these guys and girl are just pedal to the metal.
Wrong league there, Serenity. Just kidding. Here comes UK Wildcats fighting hard for second. Bumps the 4 car on entrance. Chooses to run the high side. The 4 of Dark Knight closes. UK Wildcats around. UK Wildcats has gone around.
I'm about to say, I don't know. I looked. I was on Pottle's board. Looked like Pottle got a shot from the rear too. But I don't know who it was from either.
D. Smith, lucky dog, in 13th.
13th place, D. Smith.
Okay, and the 9 and the 10 got contact. That's what I saw. All right. Alrighty, boys. Oh man. Now, all right. Going back to what we just saw off that, do you think UK, if he gets a chance to come back to the 4, he's gonna give him a bumper if he needs to?
Do I think UK will move the 4? You know, I'm a little shocked that UK didn't return the favor there. He's got that damage. He's back a little ways. What actually spun the 23 car was not the 4 car. It was that seam. So I'm not so sure. I don't think that to be the last caution. I'm going to ride here with Dark Knight. He is our leader. Is that Keystone on the outside? So pit strategy puts Dark Knight and Keystone in the lead. I would imagine that means G9 has the 4 freshies in third. Here we go. Rack them and stack them. Back under green. 20 laps remaining. Dark Knight gets the lead. Here comes the 61 of G9 Gamer running around, trying to get to the inside of Keystone for second place. Here comes Archangel now into the top 5. Keystone is able to hold off G9 on the outside, cuts down in front of the 61. Here comes Doc Fu in the 22 on the outside of the 61 now, looking for third place. Keystone Cowboy catching that 4 car. He has a show car, catches the wall.
El Blanco doored the 5 down the front stretch.
5 of Broom having some contact. Keystone goes to the outside trying to get a run on the 4. He's got the run. Is he going to be able to duck down to the bottom side? It doesn't believe so. G9 gets down below. Contact is made. G9 down onto the apron. No harm, no foul. They're both going, but Dark Knight is happy with what he sees. Archangel now below the 9. Looks like contact is made, but they're now 1, 2, 3. Here comes Doc Fu in 4th. 10 of Pottles looking on the inside of Keystone. With all that contact that was made, he is falling back fast. Dark Knight is loving what he's seeing, but he cannot be happy seeing 2 Toyota Camrys running second and third, teammates working together to go and catch that 4.
Also got the 42 of Jay Doucette taking the inside line. He actually took not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 cars there in the past lap, and now he's looking on the inside of the 9, and his next victim is going to be that number 10 of the Pottles.
This is what Dark Knight is seeing in his rear view mirror right now. Cars all over the place. Dark Knight is our leader. 61 in second, 20 in third, 22 in fourth, and the 10 of Pottles riding in 5th. 9 into the wall again. Looks like UK and him made contact. UK is back on the lead lap, and he is also in 7th place, running hard in that 23 car. I'm going to try to find him so we can ride along.
And I believe the UK actually started at the back of that last restart, so maybe he took some freshies, so he's definitely going to be a lot quicker than most of this grid.
Yeah, this is crazy. This is exciting. Definitely want to see this one pan out. Now, mind you guys, this restart happened with 20 to go. We're probably getting down to about 12 or 13.
Got into it.
42 and Pottles make contact. UK Wildcats around both of them right now on the outside. Put him into P5 as he is on a tear right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Sorry, now.
I'm going back to the lead. G9, yeah, G9 and Dark Knight battling hard now for the lead. Dark Knight looks like he's falling off a little bit as it's seen throughout the race, but he's definitely going to do what he can to hold that bottom line and make G9 go the hard way around him.
And the 23 of UK Wildcats, he actually started roughly about 9th, 10th in that last restart there, and he's managed to get himself all the way to what I believe is 5th place.
He's in 4th now. He just got by Dak Fu. He's in 4th.
So the bad part is, though, he's not running what these guys are running. He's running the outside line and making so much time compared to these guys that run the bottom.
Well, but it's that runoff with 4 fresh tires. The runoff that you get on the outside is absolutely remarkable. But if I'm one of those other drivers, what I might start doing is on exit, start lifting up a little and cut that run. But then if he does crossover just like he just did on Archangel, you kind of gave up the position, and now so he's under fire by both Doc Fu and UK Wildcats for that 3rd and 4th place. G9 Gamer, though, all over the rear end of that 4. the 4 to get the lead, proved on a restart he is not scared of moving the drivers in front of him. Will G9 return the favor as we get into these closing laps? We're probably down to, let me guess, 11 to go. Next time by will be 10 laps remaining here at Iowa.
And at the back of the grid here, we got the 98 of Little Man on the inside of the 07 of El Bloco. And don't look now, but look now, we got the 5 of W. Broom coming up to that Keystone Cowboy, looking on the inside.
We would call them friends, but that would be lying. Those two have had their bitter times throughout the season. So will these final 10 laps finish? I believe they're going to be coming to 9 to go this time by.
See, my question is, UK might have caught them, but the question is, guys, did he burn his stuff up trying to run through the field to get back up here?
You know, we talked about he started 9th or 10th on that restart, and he's worked his way all the way back up. However, he took a wave around to get into 9th place, so he actually did still start at the tail end of the field. He starts behind everybody that did not take a wave around, so he did not get to start the typical 9th place on the track. So he has battled and fought his way through this field. He is now putting the 61 of G9 under pressure. Is there enough laps left for UK to do anything? Can G9 catch back up to the 4s? He's drifted back a little bit. 8 laps remaining for the 4 of Dark Knight.
And we got the 5, he's just got in front of the 9, Keystone Cowboy. These guys are still battling. A few laps ago, we see the 5 get a little shot to the Keystone, and the Keystone is just giving a little push here. He's right on the tail. Whoa! Nearly got caught in the wreckage.
Oh! Oh!
Wow! How many laps to go, guys?
That would be 7 when the caution come out. So we're looking at a 5-lap shootout when they go back green. The question here, UK Wildcats has already had the freshest tires. He was running the outside, which saves the tires here. Is he going to pit? Will Dark Knight pit? Will G9 pit? Will somebody in the rear stay out? Oh, the strategy involved here. 5 laps remaining.
You see some guys might be thinking, should I take 2 tyres? But they could also make you tighter on entrance and then looser on exit. You know, it could really unsettle that car.
I didn't see, who was it that was involved in that accident?
Pottles. Pottles was looped her. I don't know exactly who looped her, but she was mid-backstretch sideways in the track.
G9 is the only car on old tires. Everybody else has the 4 freshies. Dark Knight on the outside, UK in 3rd, and Archangel in 4th. As we start, is that 5 to go? 4 laps remaining. We have a 4-lap shootout. Joey Doucette sitting in 5th, looking to the everywhere. Cars are everywhere. I have no idea who's in what position. G9 trying to hold off Dark Knight. Dark Knight on the outside. Archangel still running up high. He's holding the way high groove. Dark Knight comes down trying to block the low groove. Joey Doucette makes it 3 and 4 wide. UK Wildcats in the middle. Archangel has the run off. He has now 2nd place.
And look who's working their way up. That number 9 of Keystone Cowboy. He's like, I want some. Please get out my way.
He's trying to get himself into the top 5. Sorry, guys, I'm riding along here with the leader just to see if somebody can put pressure under him. We're coming to 2 to go this time by.
UK's around!
UK around. Did he catch the apron?
I don't know, but he saved it. He looped it around and kept it going. Oh, man, that's going to be huge.
The 20 is catching that 4. 2 laps remaining, a lap and a half at this point. Keystone has gotten into 5th, looking to the inside of Little Man for 4th. Joey Doucette is in 3rd. The non-pitting did not seem to pan out for G9 Gamer, however. White flag, Archangel, Dark Knight, 1, 2, D. Smith in the wall. If the caution comes out, I believe they will do an overtime here, only because they didn't get the white flag on an overtime already. Dark Knight looking strong, looking like he's going to be able to hold on to this victory. Arch gives it one last gas, drives it in as hard as he can. Coming off for your race winner at Iowa will be the 4 of Dark Knight, followed by the 20 of Archangel. 3rd, Joey Doucette. 4th place, the Keystone Cowboy.
And after that, it was a huge wreck down the front stretch.
That was basically when the AI took over, though, so I'm not going to say.
My question, after that ordeal, where did UK finish?
I don't know.
Ooh.
I was holding my button, just waiting for it to pan out, and I missed it. Talking.
All right, so I need Robert, I need you to invite Dark Knight. Angel, I need you to go to Always Allow. And then I need Joey Doucette invited as well. Fastest lap of the race was Archangel Cloud in that 20 car. Second place finisher, fastest car on the track, followed by UK Wildcats.
So, was it Jay Doucette as well?
Yes, he got third. Let's do a little leaderboard check after that race is over. Don't mind the top spot here on the daily. I got a blue screen. Is this my lobby? No, this is your chat party, so I don't have a blue screen for that. All right.
Oh, no, Boss Man's leaderboard here. K-Taddy with the 23.039. I mean,
He cheated.
nothing special.
Well, I mean,
No, I'm kidding.
I didn't run. I was just practicing with the guys. So, Joey Doucette, are you on Always Allow?
Yes.
Okay. Serenity. Nope. Sanity. Why don't you take this one? Third place finisher, Joey Doucette.
Who am I taking the first is Kurt or who?
Jay Doucette is the 42 car. Go ahead and take the interview with him.
All right, Doucette, man. Good run tonight. Looks like it was kind of an all-over kind of race for you tonight.
Yeah, up and down. When the first caution of the night, Dark Knight spun, and we finished 1-3. I mean, first two cars that got in that wreck early made a hell of a comeback. And just a heartfelt night, and then I finished third. I mean, there was a lot of good, better cars, but people overdrove the last about maybe 20 laps to get where they were, and there was multiple cautions at the end, but I found myself in the right position at the right time with about 3 laps to go, and I finished third.
So, did you do any strategy, like 2 tires on the pit top, try to get track position since you guys had that incident in the beginning of the race? Or did you guys any kind of strategy and fuel-wise to get you back up there?
When we had them long bearing flag pit stops, I ran basically until I was empty, and I just kept taking 4 tires. Seemed like 2 tires weren't going to work, so basically I just started running, but I saw myself almost getting a lap down when I was doing that, but that last caution that came out, I had enough fuel for that run to go out, but then cautions breathed cautions, and then that fuel window went out, that fuel strategy went out the window, so.
That was a good finish, man. Good run tonight.
I appreciate it.
Capitalize on a mistake in the beginning of the race just to come back and get a third, man. It's a good race.
I appreciate it, guys.
Good job.
Congrats on the podium, man.
Good run, Jay.
Thank you.
All right, Angel Cloud, are you on Always Allow?
Yeah, I should be.
All right, Sanity, do you want to take this one? Not Sanity, Serenity. Man, those 2 names are too close.
Oh yeah, most definitely I do. I mean, Arch, what can I say? Running that 20, you was mid-grid, at the back of the grid, being patient, concentrating on hitting your marks and keeping that car under control. We all know that it does get a little bit loose towards the end of the run. And what was your thoughts during the mid part of that race?
I actually got a little bit nervous there. I did exactly what me and you always talked about, man. You've been a great mentor to me, somebody that's really helped me in my racing career. I fell back to about 9th or 10th. I just fell a lap down when that caution came out, and luckily I got the wave around. Man, I'll tell you what, I'm over here shaking. That was a great race, great finish. It was just about management, and I was able to manage my way and put myself in the position to be there at the end, and that's what you really helped me learn, is to always make sure I put myself in contention to the end of the race. Guys, there was a lot of great racing out there today, great battling, great run by Doucette, man. We raced around each other a lot today. G9, man, I wish it sucks he's the only car that didn't pit on the last pit stop, and he really lost a lot of ground to it. That's my teammate, a guy I test with a lot. He had a great car, but all in all, hands down, Dark Knight, man, great win, my friend. I love racing with you, always in your lobbies, always hanging out with you, man. It's really good to be up here and battle with you. And if it had been anybody else, I might put the bumper to him, man. But being you, I couldn't do it, my friend.
Well, there you go. There's the words from Archangel, a guy that was not heard from too often in the booth. With you getting the taste for another podium finish, are we expecting to see you, in the podium a lot more for what's left of this season?
I really think you guys are. I don't expect me to not be in the podium every week. As much time and effort as I've been putting into working on my setups and getting out there and battling side by side with these guys, I'm expecting to win Atlanta to end the season, and I'm I'm really excited about the next couple races we got coming up. Restrictor plate track, you never know what can happen there, but I got some good draft buddies there, and we'll try and bring home a top 5 from there and be happy with that. But Atlanta, I'm coming home with nothing less than a win, baby.
There you go. Cheers for your kind words, buddy, and congratulations.
All right, thanks, man.
Is Dark Knight in here?
Yeah.
Dark Knight, are you on Always Alive?
Yes, sir.
All right, so we're going to start off with Tommy Armor Boy in the YouTube Nation. He said he wanted to make sure that you knew he said great win. So, man, those final couple restarts, you had to give it heck. The first restart looked like you started a little bit further back. You gave her hell. You held that bottom line. A little contact was made, but, it's racing for a win. How, behind the wheel, how excited were you, or were you unnerved, having no idea what was going on?
How excited? How about I just do a little, woo, Ric Flair. Yeah, man, it felt good. I had that spin out. My car for some reason, right there in the middle, it did not want to stick whatsoever. And I lost it in the middle there. But I knew I had a car to come back, A good car always comes to the front, man. And I just got up on the wheel and kept driving, and it worked out.
This is your second win of the season. The first one was under question. Being a road course, everybody always questions road course. Who was cutting, who wasn't.
Yeah. How
does it feel now to stake the fact that you belong? You are definitely a person to be contended with, someone to mess with here in the Custom Xfinity Series. How does that feel?
It feels good, man. I do feel I am one to contend. I am a contender. Otherwise I wouldn't be fifth in points. I've had should have had better finishes through the season, but things happen. You get involved in accidents, you get caught up in stuff, or you make your own personal mistakes, regardless, or even pit road penalty. But all in all, I'm happy where I'm sitting, and I'm kind of excited to see where I'm going to be sitting after tonight, because the guys that I needed to get a points gain on, I got points gain on. So we got 2 more races, and we're going to see how it checks out. But
yeah, absolutely. Real quick, you had
is going to be there. I'm going to be there, especially next week.
Yeah, real quick, it looked like you had a really fast car on the short runs. About the mediocre run, you fell off a little bit, it looked like. G9 was able to catch you there in that second-to-last restart. And then it looked like your car came comfortable again. Go through that middle stage. Were you kind of just hanging on? Was it loose? We seen you start running the high side there. How is the car feeling for you tonight?
Well, it was more me watching in my rear view than driving out front. And I wasn't hitting my marks, and I'd get loose here and there, and he gained on me. But that was more me driving in the rear view than driving out front of the car.
So that was more defensive driver than offensive driver.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right, man. Well, I want to say congratulations, everybody at Giggity Racing League. You definitely staked your claim to being one of the top contenders in the Custom Xfinity, and for that, man, I'm proud of you. Great run. Great race tonight, man. That was exciting. Great short track racing. A couple cautions, but all in all, the whole series did well. Congratulations, man.
Yeah, man. Appreciate y'all in the booth.
Hey, great job, Dark.
Yeah.
Good run,
Thank
buddy.
You, bud. Thank you, Arch, man. Sir. Hey, you got a teammate. Rather we ain't teammates or not, you got a teammate come next week.
Yes, sir, man. I love racing with you, and I respect the hell out of you, man.
I don't know if you can say that.
Oh,
All right.
he just got fined.
Yep.
Well, last place points for Arch. Good job there, Arch. Way to go, man.
So,
Thanks, guys.
real quick, Sanity, closing remarks. Anything you want to say before we end this broadcast?
I'm going to say right now, these next 2 weeks are going to be very, very closely watched because it's going to be some really intense racing to see who gets this championship.
All right, over to you, Serenity. Calling Serenity.
There we go. Sorry about that. I have my mic muted, but what a race, and I can't wait for some more awesome racing for these guys. These Xfinity guys, they're always really, really good to watch, especially in the custom setups. You know, these guys, they'll sit there for hours, days, maybe a week, working on their setup just for this one race, and getting in the podium after making that setup, you know, that's got to be a good feeling, and I can't wait for more.
Closing remarks on my end, man. I've seen a lot of racing there. I've seen a lot of drivers that potentially deserve to be in a higher series. I've seen some that still have a little bit to work on, definitely deserve to be here, some that may be dropped. Entering season 5, this series is definitely proving here the last 3 weeks that it is one of the top series. That was a short track race with 17 cars on the field. Did we have cautions? Absolutely. But all in all, that racing was really pretty good to watch. A lot of good side-by-side action. Definitely a step in the right direction. And I, as an owner or CEO, I couldn't even be more proud of the racing that I've seen on the track tonight. So for the whole Custom Xfinity Series division here in Giggity, great job. Congratulations to each and every one of the drivers on the track. On that note, guys.
I just want to say thank you, Kevin, for letting me come out and launch you guys, man. If not for you, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah, man, we're here for the people. On that note, guys, we're going to end the broadcast. So in 3, 2, 1, you know what to do. Bye! All right. Good night, Giggity Racing League. We'll see you Saturday. Oh, tomorrow night. Sorry. Development series tomorrow night.